Good morning, everyone. Let's have a look at the charts early morning on a Saturday. See if there's anything special going on, because yesterday is a bit of a problem, wasn't there? The tether incident. So we've got a bit of FUD going in the markets. FUD brings down the price, but as far as Bitcoin's concerned, it's holding up okay. So Bitcoin structurally is really nice. And actually, if we carry on like this, by Monday we're going to get a golden cross on simple moving averages, which could invite a pullback into it. It's not uncommon to see those sort of things, boink, and then out. So as far as I'm concerned, these areas holding up nicely. If they get lost, then we have these areas down here that should hold up, and then the last stand is obviously going to be down here. Depends on what actually happens with Tether. It was just a nothing situation. It says, oh, Tether might be getting sanctions from the US Treasury. And then that's it, really. And then the market's like, oh, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, for altcoins, it meant a hell of a lot because they wrecked. But it should really mean a lot for the market, because you know how much Tether gets pumped into this market. It's heavily artificial, if you want to call it like that. I've always been a little skeptical of Tether. I always talk about, going into cash positions. If you're going into a long period if you're going into a cash position for a long period of time, I always say fiat is better than stable coins. But Tether for trading is perfect, highly liquid. But if you're going to ride out a bear market, or even just what we did this summer, where possible, because not all exchanges allow for it, but fiat is going to be better, because fiat won't go to zero. I think it's a ridiculous thing to say, but it's in a different way. So I don't know the nature of the problem or the outcome, or what's going to happen with this Tether scenario. All I know is that currently it's FUD, but as far as FUD's concerned, it hasn't really impacted Bitcoin's price much. And to be fair with you, if it didn't happen, and I looked at the charts all the same, I probably, and I actually mean this, I probably wouldn't have even known that FUD had done it. So if we look over on the total too, so we've now hit that $900 billion zone, and actually wicked down below it, but more or less closed on that area. So this is like a major support for the altcoin market. Now, being a support doesn't mean it goes straight up to a reversal from here. We've got so much resistance above us now that we've come back down below these moving averages. We've got one single drive of hidden bullish divergence. We're up a single % at the moment. There is, like I say, it's going to be a battle for altcoins to get out of this little portion of the range. And only when it finally breaks out, we've got to go up to close to $78 billion, really. Only once we've broken out of here, effectively bounced from it, launched from it, that's when the fun begins for all our portfolios. But for the moment, we've got rejection on a death cross, and we've come back down to this support. Still a higher low, even with the wick. So the overall analysis is still the same. Thou doesn't deviate from the overall analysis despite the FUD. It still looks the same, which is that a breakout ought to take place some point relatively soon, as far as time is concerned. For those who haven't seen it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you. We're going to see it one last time. We're going to have a look at it. Go on, we'll turn it to a weekly. We'll have a look at it. This is the projection. This is the fractal of the bear market. This was our last bear market. This is the fractal of the bull market. This is our most recent bull market beginnings. Down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We are looking for a breakout to take place. As you can see, these are similar. However, they are, in some cases, a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so apart from the general vibe that takes place. The downs, the ups, the downs, the ups, the downs, and the ups. So, as far as I'm concerned, we are looking to break out of here at some point relatively soon. And so I still believe that holding my portfolio as is the best thing to do. Staking the hell out of it where possible, and just looking forward to brighter days, which will likely come unless Tether takes everything to zero. So that is still the projection. But if you're going down to a daily or a 4-hourly or a 1 second chart, you're going to probably maybe even deviate from that plan, because you will be, I wouldn't say shaken out, but it's an emotional situation the lower the time frames you go. you sort of bump it up a notch, you can really see exactly how far and what it is that we're doing here. The consolidation was real. We knew that was coming. We've seen it. We made an educated guess that we could even bounce from here. We've seen that. We avoided a death cross on exponentials. We're about to incur a golden cross on simples. And for the first time in, well, effectively, best part of a year, we've closed outside of a trend line, which more or less has dictated the resistance. So we're going to try to get ourselves out of it again. Bitcoin will continue to maintain its dominance, as you can see. And with that probably comes an increase in the Bitcoin dominance chart. Best guess for me is going to be a rise of another 7.5%, which could easily take place in the form of a Bitcoin pump rather than a dump, but it could take place in either situation. And it's at this point here where I'd be really excited to see an alt season begin. That's where the real fun should probably begin. So yeah, as far as any altcoin scenario is concerned, yeah, we're not looking at like the perfect entry, or we're not looking at anything like that. But what we're looking at is a 12-month period in front of us where we will likely see much higher prices than where they are today, but that doesn't mean it will happen today or tomorrow. Right, so that's basically it. Bitcoin seems to have sustained the damage. It took the hit. Altcoins did not. So it's up to you. What are you going to do about it? You're going to buy some more altcoins? You're going to trade Bitcoin? Or are you going to sit back and wait and chill? All three perfectly good strategies to employ over the weekend. Me personally, I've got to get dressed, take my kid to gymnastics, go to a petting zoo, there blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. There's no chance for me to be sitting around trading these markets over the weekend. Yeah. That's life. So my best hope is that the portfolio will rise over the next 12 months, because I basically don't have enough time in the day to scratch my own ass. Right, I'm going to leave it with you there. Hopefully you have a nice day and take it easy.